Hello students, welcome to Target AES. Let us continue with module number 3 of our dimension analysis, and this is going to be a very important module because I am going to explain you a concept which students often misunderstood, which is Rayleigh's-Indigel method as well as Buckingham Pi method. Okay? So two methods we are going to study today. First, let us start with Rayleigh's-Indigel method. See, there is a lot of theory associated with it, but if you read this theory, no, maximum what you can get is confusion. That's it. Okay, so first we will solve a problem and then we will relate that problem with this theory so that you can understand easily. Okay, so let us solve a simple problem because dimensional analysis is not a complex subject. It is something which you are doing from your childhood, right? Match the dimensions on left hand side and right hand side and find out the answer, right? We used to do that, right? Now in dimensional analysis we are just leveling up, and what we are doing is we are not just matching the dimensions. What we are doing is we are finding the equations. Okay, so for example, if you don't know some formula, okay, if you don't know some formula, what you can do is you can apply this dimension analysis, LHS equals to RHS, and derive a completely new formula. ठीक है, आप ये कर सकते हो डायमेंशनल एनालिसिस से. कैसे? लेट अस ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. ओके, लेट अस सी दिस क्वेश्चन डायरेक्टली and let us try to understand this Rayleigh's-Indigel method. So a pressure wave propagating with a velocity u, okay, इसका velocity कुछ u है, through a liquid is dependent upon elastic modulus of liquid and its mass density. So he is saying the velocity of this pressure wave is a function of, clearly he is saying it is dependent upon elastic modulus of liquid and its mass density. So it is a function of modulus k and mass density. ये तो आपको समझ में आ गया ना. So this is my dependent variable. Why I am calling it as dependent variable? Because it is dependent on your k as well as rho. यही तो क्वेश्चन में दिया है. So I am calling this k and rho as independent variable. Agreed or not? This k and rho are not dependent on anything. He is just saying in question this velocity is dependent on my k and rho. So my k and rho are independent and my u is dependent variable. यहाँ तक तो आप समझ गए. So I hope you understood the first thing. So first write down like this: dependent variable as a function of independent variable. उसके बाद क्या करना है? You can write a equation for it, right? U is equals to function of k comma rho. So what I can write is u is equals to some constant c into k to the power of some exponent, because I don't know, it is a function of k and rho. It could be cube root k into rho, it could be fifth root k into fourth root rho. I don't know what is the relationship, exact relationship. I just know it is dependent on k and rho. So what I am writing, I am raising it to some exponential a and I will find out the value of a later on. ठीक है, and rho to the power of b. बस आंसर खत्म. ठीक है, so 90% of the problem is done here itself in the first step. All what you have to do is you have to match the dimensions of left hand side and right hand side. This is the dimension analysis, right? वही करेंगे. Dimensional homogeneity. Dimensions on left hand side should match dimensions of your right hand side. What is velocity dimension? L t to the power of -1. You know it very well. Is equals to constant. Constant का क्या रहता है? Constant का तो कुछ dimension नहीं रहता है. m0, l0, t0. Right? K. Bulk modulus. You know what is bulk modulus, right? It is delta p by delta v by v. Right? इसका तो कोई यूनिट्स नहीं रहता है. You might have studied this bulk modulus in the very first chapter of fluid mechanics. Change in hydrostatic pressure divided by change in volume. I hope you remember it. So इसका तो कोई यूनिट नहीं रहता है. So delta p, pressure. You know what is pressure, right? Pressure is nothing but force is ml t minus 2, and my pressure is nothing but force divided by area. So I will be getting m l to the power of -1 t to the power of -2. That is my dimension for my pressure, or I can also call that is the dimension for my bulk modulus. So I am writing in k value m l to the power of -1 t to the power of -2 to the power a. Right? I hope you got it. Next क्या है यहाँ पे? Into this rho. Rho is nothing but your density, right? Mass divided by volume. Mass is m divided by volume. So I can write L to the power of -3 whole to the power of p. बस बात खत्म. So what you have to do? This I can write as this, right? Velocity m to the power, raise it to the power of 0, l to the power of 1 and t to the power of minus 1. All you have to do is LHS equals to RHS. तो हम क्या कर लेंगे? So first mass का देख लेंगे. So you can write this in simple language. M to the power of 0 is equals to, यहाँ पे क्या आ जाएगा on the left hand side, m to the power of 0 into m to the power of a into m to the power of b. So I can write 0 is equals to a plus b. This is my first equation. Agreed or not? तो second equation क्या आ जाएगा? L to the power of 1, because I have L to the power of 1, is equals to L to the power of 0 into L to the power of minus a, because L to the power of minus 1 whole to the power of a, which is nothing but L to the power of minus a, into L to the power of minus 3b. Agreed or not? यहाँ से मुझे 3b आ गया. So I can write 1 is equals to minus a minus 3b. So this is my equation 2. Similarly, I will do for time. Next, I am doing it for time. Let me change the color अगर आपको confusion हो रहा है. So time to the power of minus 1 is equals to time to the power of 0, because here I have time to the power of 0. Here I have t to the power of minus 2, right? T to the power of minus 2a. And here I don't have anything. यहाँ पे तो कुछ t का term ही नहीं है. So again 0. Agreed or not? So what I am getting? Minus 1 is equals to minus 2a. So this is my equation 3. So I have to solve these three equations. 1, 2, 3, which is very simple. I am getting a plus b is equals to 0. I can write it as a plus 3b is equals to minus 1 and 2a is equals to 1. So from here I can write a is equals to 1 by 2. Agreed or not? यहाँ से तो 1 by 2 आ गया. Substitute this 1 by 2 in equation 1. What you will be getting? You will be getting b is equals to minus 1 by 2. Because a plus b is equals to 0. ये 1 by 2 है तो b कितना हो जाएगा? Minus 1 by 2 हो जाएगा. So that's it. So I can write my velocity was c into k to the power of a rho to the power of p. This was the equation, right? So my velocity I am writing it as c into k to the power of a. A का value है 1 by 2, rho का value है minus 1 by 2. So I can write v is equals to c root k by rho. So this is the equation which I am deriving. Experimentally मैं derive नहीं कर पाया था तो मैंने क्या किया? Dimensional analysis अप्लाई किया. Using dimensional analysis without doing experiment I could get the relationship or the exact equation for my velocity. Okay, v is equals to c under root k by rho. यहाँ पे आ गया एक c, right? Constant. I don't know the value of constant. What you will do is, as you know the exact equation now, you will run experiments. Okay, तो आप velocity k by rho for different values डाल दोगे, map कर लोगे, and from that you will be getting your constant c. Okay, but 99.99% your work is done, right? Once you get the standard equation, what is the time it takes to find exact value of c? 4-5 experiment run करोगे, map डाल दोगे, k, rho, v, how it is changing, and then you will be getting c easily, because you know the exact relationship that your velocity is directly proportional to k by rho, right? तो काफी easy से c पहचान सकते हो doing experiments. I hope it is very clear for you. So this concludes your Rayleigh's Indical method. तो एक बार हम theory देख लेंगे. We will see a theory also once so that you will not face any problem. Because in state PS is one liner to theory आएगा ना. So let us see this. A dependent variable is identified and expressed as some function of independent variable, with each independent variable raised to the unknown exponent. In the above thing I have wrote v is c k to the power of a, b to the power of, rho to the power of p. So a dependent variable, velocity is dependent on these two. So this is my dependent variable and these are my independent variable. A dependent variable is identified and expressed as some function of independent variables, and each independent variable is raised to unknown exponent. So I have raised it to a and b respectively. I hope it is very clear. This is the first step. Second step, each variable is then written in terms of fundamental dimensions. What I have done next step, I have written it as m naught L t to the power of minus 1, and similarly for k, similarly for rho. I hope it is very clear. Then using the principle of dimensional homogeneity. What is dimensional homogeneity? The dimensions on left hand side should be equal to dimension on right hand side. So what I did, the powers of each fundamental dimensions on each side we have compared, and from that we got our values of a comma b, right? So what we got? we got a set of linear equations and from here we got the values of unknown exponents. आया था ना a plus b is equals to 0, a is equals to 1 by 2, a minus 3b is equals to 1 something, right? We got three equations. So from these equations we can get the value of ab, and once we got we will be getting the equation which we were trying to derive, right? These simultaneous equations are solved to get numerical values of unknown exponents and your problem is done. Once you substitute that unknown exponents, you will be getting c k to the power of 1 by 2 rho to the power of minus 1 by 2, or velocity is equals to c under root k by rho, which is my formula. I hope it is very clear for you. याद रखोगे. See this v is equals to under root k by rho. It is a very important formula. You should remember, especially in Mach numbers, we will be using this formula only. V is equals to under root k by rho. हमने ऑलरेडी देखा है फ्लूइड मैकेनिक्स में. आप एक बार बुक रिवाइज कर लेना. ओके. सो this concludes Rayleigh's integral method. Now let us see Buckingham pi method. Let me erase this. Give me a second. Now let us see the second concept of the day, which is Buckingham pi theorem. See, in the Rayleigh's method, what we have done? We have done an example, right? V was a function of k comma rho. यहाँ पे कितने variables हैं? How many variables are there? One. This V is called as dependent variable because it is dependent on these two, right? These two are called independent variables. 2, 3. Total there were 3. One dependent variable and two independent variable. Agreed or not? So there were only 3. And it was very easy for us because all I got was I raised this to the power of some AB and then I simplified equations a plus b is equals to 1, a plus 2b is equals to 1 like that, and it was very easy for me, right? Let us say instead of 2, if I had 3, okay, here let us say some mu was there, so I would be raising mu to the power of c. तब क्या हो जाएगा? It will be little bit complex because I will be having a plus b plus c is equals to 1, a plus b plus some a minus b plus 3c is equals to 2, something like this equations will come. It will be little complex. Agreed or not? So as the variables keep on increasing in Rayleigh's method, it gets difficult. If there were only 2, 3, 4 variables, it is decently easy and within 2, 3 steps you will get answer. But let us say it is function of so many things. Force to the power of e, some write something new to the power of f, something like this. Okay, how many variables are there? 1, and independent variables 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? In total there are 7 variables now. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा? It will be very difficult to solve using Rayleigh's method. What it will become? A plus b plus c plus d plus e plus f is equals to some 2. A plus 2b minus 3c plus 2d plus 2f, something like that, is equals to some 1. I'm giving a rough example. I hope you are understanding, right, the concept. As more variables are involved, more powers are involved, it gets very complex. आप कैसे solve करोगे बोलो? Can you solve these equations? It is impossible to solve by hand in your examination. So we won't be going for Rayleigh's method. We will be going for Buckingham pi method only if number of variables involved is more than 4. Okay, याद रख लो. It is nowhere written more than 4, but I am saying you in examination he will not give Buckingham pi method. First of all, in examination he will give Rayleigh's method only 99%. 99% if a question comes from dimension analysis, that is related to Rayleigh's method. 1% if a question comes from Buckingham pi theorem, then he will ask what is the value of how many pi terms are involved, or what is the value of non-dimensional terms. What is that? I will explain you in next 2 minutes. No need to worry. A full question can't be given to solve using Buckingham pi theorem because it takes a lot of time. More variables are involved, so it takes a lot of time. So in short, I will explain you here only what we do in Buckingham pi theorem. Okay, एक example देख लेंगे, उसके बाद मैं theory पढ़ा दूँ. I will teach you this theory later on, similar to that of Rayleigh's, and you will be easily understanding. So let us see a question. So here the question is, using Buckingham pi theorem, just give me a second. Using Buckingham pi theorem, establish a functional relationship for drop in pressure, for which we are finding a relationship drop in pressure across a pipe of length L. So it is a function of length L, diameter D, and average wall roughness height E, the fluid having density rho, viscosity mu, and flowing through the pipe with velocity v. So pressure drop is a function of these many things. So can you go for Rayleigh's? Is it possible? अगर Rayleigh's जाओगे तो कितने आ जाएंगे? A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F. सॉल्व करते करते रात हो जाएगी, ठीक है. इट्स इम्पॉसिबल टू सॉल्व. सो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, हैव टू गो फॉर बकिंगम पाई theorem itself. Okay, so in Buckingham pi theorem what we do is we reduce this number of variables involved. Okay, so how many variables are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, into how many terms we can reduce? Always remember, we can reduce how many fundamental quantities are present in your total variables. For example, what you have to do is you have to write the dimensions of all your terms. Pressure drop, which is nothing but your pressure, right? M L to the power of minus 1 T to the power of minus 2, you know very well, force divided by area. So M L to the power of minus 1 T to the power of minus 2. Density M L to the power of minus 3. Mu M L to the power of minus 1 T to the power of minus 1. V L to L T to the power of minus 1. D is equals to L. L is equals to L. Roughness height दिया है, so height is also measured in meters, so L. So how many fundamental quantities are present? M L T. There are three fundamental quantities, agreed or not? So you can reduce these total 7 variables into 7 minus 3, which is 4 variables. याद रख लो, this is a very important thing. So how many, a question can come, how many pi terms can be formed using a equation with 7 variables? Answer is 7 minus number of these fundamental quantities. Let us say fundamental quantities I am denoting by M. So the number of pi terms which can be formed will be the total number of variables involved in the equation minus your fundamental quantities. Here fundamental quantities is 3. See, in fluid mechanics, in 99% of the cases, fundamental quantities will be 3 only, MLT. Very in some cases, if you are taking like what this heat chapter of physics, whatever, Kelvin आता है उसमें, temperature theta आता है, so then it will be 4. I hope it is very clear for you. But here in mostly in fluid mechanics, we will be using mass, length and time only. So m value is mostly 3, but be careful. Okay, examination में blindly 3 मत substitute कर देना. That's why I have not given 3 directly. So if you want to twist the question paper, he will give fundamental quantities as m, l, t, theta, and there are 7 variables. How many n terms can be formed? How many pi terms can be formed? Your answer will be v minus m. V is nothing but the number of variables involved here, which is 7, minus m. M is 3. So the number of pi terms which you can form is 4. So this is a first and most important bit of our fluid mechanics dimension analysis chapter. If you open GATE and ESC questions, definitely you will find the number of pi terms which can be formed. Okay, so I hope you got it right. For example, let us say there were equation like delta P is a function of rho mu v d. बस इतना सा था. So how many pi terms can be formed? How many variables are there? 1 2 3 4 5. 5 minus, you have to see what are the fundamental quantities present in this. Obviously MLT तीन ही present है. There is nothing which is giving some joules or some theta, nothing like that. So 5 minus 3, so you can form 2 pi terms. I hope you got it. समझ में आ गया concept. So what we can do is we can reduce the entire equation into pi terms. What is this pi terms? Let us try to understand. Just give me a second. Let me erase this. See, what is this pi term? First of all, pi terms are dimensionless quantities. Dimensionless quantities. Instead of asking number of pi terms which can be formed, he can also ask how many dimensionless quantities can be formed from this equation. Your answer will be nothing but 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 7 minus independent these fundamental quantities involved, MLT. So 7 minus 3 is equals to 4. Like that also he can ask you question. Answer will be 4. You have to tick the right answer. So pi terms are nothing but dimensionless quantities. Very important, dimensionless quantities. याद रख लो. So what I am doing is this set of variables, I am changing it into set of dimensionless quantities. Okay, I am writing it as pi 1 is a function of pi 2, pi 3, pi 4. Pi 1 is equals to function of pi 2, pi 3, pi 4. मैं इस तरह से चेंज करूंगा. हाउ टू चेंज इनटू दिस पाई 1, पाई 2, पाई 3, पाई 4? हाउ आई एम चेंजिंग दिस? वेरी इजी. लेट अस ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. Out of this 6 dependent variables, okay, 6 independent variables, 6 independent variables, whatever I have, rho, mu, v, d, l, e, I will select repeated variables. Okay, I will select what? Repeated variables, which is equals to my fundamental quantities. In this, how many fundamental quantities are involved? 3 fundamental quantities, right? M, L, T. So I will select my repeated variables as 3. Okay, I will select 3 repeated variables from this 6 variables. ठीक है, मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? Let us say that repeated variables are rho, mu, d. There is a process to select these repeated variables also. I will teach you later on. But for now, to understand the concept, let us select 3 repeated variables, rho, mu, d. So what I can write as rho, mu, d as one set. So remaining कितने हो गए? Rho, mu, d निकल गया तो v, l, e. Agreed or not? So my this delta p is a function of rho, mu, d, which is repeated variable. Okay, I'm selecting these 3 as repeated variable. How many repeated variables you have to select? The same number as your fundamental dimensions involved. MLT यहाँ पे है तो 3 repeated हो गया, तो 3 terms मैं repeated मान रहा हूँ. I hope it is very clear, right? So my pi 1 यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा था pi 1 is equals to function of pi 2, pi 3, pi 4, something like that, right? So my pi 1 will be nothing but it is a dimensionless quantity. I hope you remember, right? So that is nothing but this whatever repeated quantity जो है, so I am writing as rho to the power of some a, mu to the power of some b, d to the power of some c into this delta p, into this delta p. Similarly, my pi 2 will be rho to the power of a, mu to the power of b, d to the power of c into this whatever terms are left, v. And pi 3 will be rho to the power of a, mu to the power of b, d to the power of c into l. ओके, नेक्स्ट ई का बच गया तो भी लिख लो. पाई 4 क्या हो जाएगा? रो टू द पावर ऑफ ए, म्यू टू द पावर ऑफ बी, सी टू डी टू द पावर ऑफ सी इंटू ए. सो दीज आर माई 4 पाई टर्म्स और नॉन डायमेंशनल टर्म्स. तो अब आएगा मजा. So I am saying repeatedly these pi terms are non-dimensional terms. Non-dimensional means m to the power of 0, l to the power of 0, t to the power of 0. But here obviously I will be getting some quantities, right? Because my density is m, l to the power of minus 3 whole to the power of a. Mu is m, l to the power of minus 1, t to the power of minus 1 whole to the power of b. D, depth, d is nothing but diameter, right, which is l. So l to the power of c into pressure drop, which is m, l to the power of minus 1, t to the power of minus 2. This is my pi 1. I am repeatedly saying this is dimensionless term. That means m to the power of 0, l to the power of 0, t to the power of 0. Now what I can do, I can equate with this remaining terms. Okay, similarly I will form equations like b is equals to minus 2, a plus 1, a plus b is equals to minus 1, okay, a plus b plus c, a plus b minus c is equals to minus 1. Similar what we have done before. Okay, just m के terms, l के terms, t के terms हम equate कर लेंगे. And what I will be getting, I have assumed here my pi 1 as, यहाँ पे pi 1 मैंने क्या assume किया था? Rho to the power of a, mu to the power of b, d to the power of c, delta p, right? So my pi 1 is this much. Here I know exact values of a, b, c now. तो मैं वही in that form I will write. Okay, in that form I will write my pi 1 is equals to, as I got a is equals to 1, rho to the power of a, so rho to the power of 1 into mu to the power of, mu कितना था? Mu to the power of b, right? So here b I got minus 2, so minus 2 into d to the power of c, here c I got as 2, so into delta p. So this is my pi 1. I can write rho d square delta p by mu square. So this is my pi 1. Similarly I can write for pi 2, pi 3 and pi 4. Okay, pi 2 क्या हो जाएगा आपका? Pi 2 क्या हो जाएगा? Again it will be something like this, rho to the power of a, mu to the power of b, d to the power of c into v. Again you write ml, m to the power of 0, l to the power of 0 into t to the power of 0 is equals to so and so. Find out the equations and solve. You will get your exact pi 2 term. Always remember, find the dimensions of this. What you will be getting? You will be getting dimensionless quantity only. Okay. So in this form, if you write the variables, you will be getting dimensionless quantity. Okay. Similarly, you can find for your pi 3 and pi 4 also. So you can write your pi 1 is a function of pi 2, pi 3, pi 4. That's it. हम वैसे ही लिख लेंगे. So in this step, you can see this is your pi 1 is a function of pi 2, pi 3, pi 4. So this is how you will be writing your answer. Or you can modify this a bit as you want. You can modify, as it is a function. What you can do, you can divide it by some quantities, or you can even divide it with some constants. It is up to you. ठीक है. आप किसी चीज को बाहर भी ला सकते हो. इफ यू वांट टू टेक दिस आउट, यू कैन राइट लाइक दिस, राइट. एल बाई डी आपने क्या किया, यहाँ पे बाहर निकाल दिया है. एल बाई डी into function of these two terms. Like that also you can do. You can write in whatever fashion you want, but this is your standard answer. I hope you got it. समझ में आ गया. So this is how you have to write equations when a Buckingham pi method is given. Now let us try to summarize what we have studied here. Okay, so whenever we have some equation like this, more than 4 variables, okay, your dependent variable is dependent on all this, and I am calling this as independent variables. So the number of dimensionless terms or pi terms which can be formed using this will be nothing but your n minus m. Number of variables involved, which is sum of dependent and independent, 1 2 3 4 5 6. In this case 6 are your n. And number of independent equations, number of fundamental dimensions. See, fundamental dimensions in fluid mechanics, mostly it will be 3: mass, length, time. But don't be idiots to just go and write 3. Read the question carefully. If the temperature is also mentioned, it will become 4, right? It will become 4. So be careful. uh, Apply your mind, but most of the cases it will be 3. So 6 minus 3 is 3. So number of non-dimensionless terms or pi terms in this equation will be 3. Just write that. You will be getting your 1 mark in 2 marks in ESC and 1 mark in GATE. A question can be asked from here. Okay. Next, I told you from this set what you have to do. You have to select some repeated variables, right? From this set of 5, you have to select repeated variables. How many repeated variables? Equals to that of m. Number of fundamental dimensions, you will be selecting repeated variables. Fundamental dimensions involved in this are 3, so I will be selecting 3. Any 3 as my as my repeating variables. Repeating variables, आप कोई भी नहीं ले सकते. You cannot take repeating variables as you wish. Whenever you are selecting repeated variables, you have to make sure, if I am selecting L, V, G, it should contains all M, L, T. 3 quantities इसमें मौजूद रहना चाहिए. For example, length is L, velocity is L t to the power of minus 1, and G is L t to the power of minus 2. You cannot select these 3 terms because mass is missing in this, right? You don't have mass dimension in this, then you cannot select these 3 as your dimensions. Okay, as these 3 as your repeated variables. Okay, you have to select in such a way that all 3 will be present. MLT 3 भी आपको present रहना चाहिए. I hope it is very clear. It should be an independent variable. Okay, it should be one of your independent variable only. Dependent का हमें related नहीं है. So out of this 5, you have to select any 3. Okay, in such a way it should be equals to number of fundamental it should be equals to number of fundamental quantities. M, L, T in the above case. Okay, 3 in the above case. Okay, and repeating variables must be a dimensional quantity. Repeating variables must not नहीं है. Repeating variables must be a dimensional quantity. Repeating variable group contains all fundamental quantities. A very important bit. This is the most important bit. M, L, T 3 भी present रहना चाहिए. Most basic quantities should be present. Okay, so don't take complex quantities. Select basic quantities so that it will be easy for you in substitution. But select in such a way that your 3 variables whatever you are selecting will have mass L, T. Okay, when you combine all 3, for example velocity हो गया, G हो गया, you can take mu. In mu you have mass term also, right? So in this 3 you are getting MLT, all 3 you are getting. Like that you can select. Okay, so out of these 5, select in such a way where you are getting mass, length and time. 3 भी आपको आना चाहिए. I hope it is very clear. So generally repeating variable, it can be chosen from geometrical properties, flow properties, fluid properties. So ignore it, not that important. Next, what you have to do? You have to write in terms of pi terms. I taught you, right? Above example, pi terms कैसे लिखते हैं? So you can just write the pi term, and each pi term is a dimensionless quantity. So you can substitute and find out what is exact your pi terms, and you can write it as a function of pi 1 is a function of pi 2, pi 3, pi 4, and that will be your answer. I hope it is very clear for you. समझ गया ना concept? So this concludes your dimensional analysis. If you have some doubts, you can ask me. I will clear your doubts. Okay. So solve all the ESC and GATE previous year's questions, and you will be more than perfect. Have a nice day. See you in next module.